Hi guys, it's me, just Lindsay again, and for this video, I will be dedicated to the month of love. In February 2026, I shall be covering the second episode of the first season of a show based on a game that I love to death, called Hello. And the name of the episode is Unbound. Unbound by what? I have no idea. Unbound for what? I don't know, but it's Hello, Unbound. This show is absolutely wonderful so far. I love it to pieces. Now, whether they can keep up that love, I have no idea. But this is a good episode, I would say, and there's some things I like, I really like, and there are other parts that I don't like. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I do like first. This is a show that happened before the actual game itself, Halo, coming involved. So it's nice to see some of the prophets that are in the game lore, but I really like their faces. Like I think that the CGI that were involved in the games was perfect to describe the prophets. They were very alien-like, very pulp-like, and they were old and frail. So yeah, I have no idea why they went with this character design model, like Dexter from the Star Wars universe, or Prong 12. I have no idea why. And number two, they have a human being that favors the Covenant. I have no idea why. I have no idea how you keep that gig. When you have someone that they said they raised her up from a baby. I guess she meant to be inputted with brain matter that favors the Covenant war against human beings. And she probably hates her own kind for abandoning her, and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't like that, because she's not in the game, so that's not why I don't like her. But she's gonna die one way or another by the end of the show's 2 seasons. She probably gives insights about the human condition to the alien creatures that went to us. So I don't like her. Number 2.5, I guess. Her outfit. It resembles more of a Lex Luthor's power suit from the animated TV show. Just sleek. And it looked really stupid. It really emphasizes her bald head. And the same with Lex Luthor, but this is more funny because that was a battle suit. This just looks like a regular Pope's robe, if you will, or Jedi robe. And also, I wonder, how does she actually rank up against the other members of the Covenant? Because she's obviously not a prophet, but she seems to be higher up than, say, the Assimili or the elites. Because she's right by her side, and then you got the leader of the elite forces. I don't know if it's the same one as the one from the Hill Teams, but he's pointing out and looking a lot like like, and wonder at the ring of that. He must have been blinded by the glory. Also, they show what happened to, they bring back like a, kind of like a flashback to the last episode in which they found that the artifact, on Mandrill, which is a thing that happened in the Hill books. There's like a prequel to games slash extended canon that incorporates the books, the movies, and everything else not involved in the game. So they bring over the artifact, which it's shaped a little bit differently from the description in the book, but then they go into that this is a special space and time altering artifact which the Covenant want desperately. So it leads to the rings and it will some guy said there's a doorway to the end of life, which I gotta give credit to them that even though this guy wasn't mentioned in the game whatsoever, I like him. I like the creative guy that tells them that the artifact will be the doorway to the end of life. He reminds me of the crazy guy from the movie The Day After Tomorrow. Yeah, because he's obviously unhinged from all the action he probably saw from the Covenant and the instructions and all that stuff. So that was nice. Speaking of which, they also have Commander Mandrill, and he's executing people. Like, I guess they were people with the UNSC, the good guys in the vegan human forces, and he's executing them one by one. And I like the way he lifts up the hood from one of the people in there to show their humanity before he blows them away. And yeah, that is a pun on the song from E02. Also, it showed their humanity, and then he kills them right away. That showed that he's not human, which is something that I don't see all in media. They usually keep the people in shadow or hoods, wherever the case, when they execute them and they kill them. And that was a plus. Let's see, well, there. Speaking of which, I like the way they humanized Plot 117 slash the Master Chief, this guy. But I like the way they keep his face off, his mask off, or his helmet off more time than they keep it alive. I would imagine that kind of thing would be very risky for a soldier, a super soldier. So that kind of thing is like not good for the games. And the only time that he removes his helmet in the games is at the end of the game when you know that he's 100% safe. And that's kind of a stupid move on his part. like Cat in the Halo Reach video game, where he removes the helmet only to be shot by a needle rifle by an expert marked from the leak, and that's probably a bad idea. But I gotta say that this guy that they kept playing, his name is Pablo Schreiber, looks like a dead figure for the ultimate actor for the Punisher, John Bernthal. I like it, but with him it was Paul Schreiber. Anyway, I think that was the perfect casting for the role of Chief. Even when they showed him like just after he got augmentations or his treatments, by which he got his special bones and special eyesight, his faster reflexes, throwing him up muscle tissue, and so on and so forth. Not by choice, by force. And I like all the medical scenes with him and Halsey in it too. And she really is a monster if you consider what happened with the people and stuff, with the children that she makes into the ultimate soldiers and whatnot. You know, abducting children and forcing them to have body-altering and mind-altering procedures done to them. But I don't really like the whole the actress that got to play Halsey. And another thing too is that she creates a flesh clone of herself to create Cortana, because small AIs, artificial intelligences, are flesh cloned from living tissue donor to be made into to simulate the brain tissue, I guess, brain function. So the only way that they can do that with thanks to advanced AI is to actually flash clone the smartest person living, and that would be her. So kind of like a selfish nepotism movement too. No one can do this but me, with the smartest person on Earth, or in existence in this case, because there are multiple colonies on Earth. It's really big question. What would it look like if the aliens did this too? You know, if the aliens made a plus clone of their own people, let's say the prophets of regret or whatever, and they put they used the clone of the prophet and they made a AI out of that. Wonder how that would come out. Anyway, we can't know that because they're all dead, or most of them are dead. Which makes me wonder, you know, what would happen if they made the flood in this universe, in this show special. In any case, let's see it now. Like the part with Quan, like the part with that guy Mangrove. I like the guy. I really like that other Spartan guy, the other super soldier. I think it would be implied that he was a version 1 of the Spartan program, where John is a famous Spartan 2. And it was like really nice to see that he's more down to earth. He's trying to reveal the truth to John that these procedures that were done to him are not really treatments, they're more like a forced augmentations to him. I like his little girlfriend too, whatever her name is. So also, I like the way they get high in this world too. I know it's a minor thing, but I like the way they get high with that weird face mask like they would get at the dentist. And it's quite cool. And I love the way Quan and Master Chief pass on that, because it's like there's still in the conspiratorial phase of everything, so they're kind of like, I want you the truth to them. I want to be open to the truth and the kind of thing. I want to keep on my own reality. Thank you very much. Let's see here now. I like the fact that they do a good job with the instructions, the innies, and I like the fact that they showed Halsey with the pod, that it was a clone in the pod, not the actual AI itself, but the pod. And she said that at the end we're gonna have a big plan for you to John, but we know as the audience and players, we know that means that she's gonna put Cortana with the chief. So I hope that eventually we see what Cortana looks like in the show. I believe that we will, but we don't know that for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I just wish that we saw this episode where they had the chief having love with somebody else, because that would have been perfect for this month, a month of all things, so the chief gets Snoop from somebody else. Which, by the way, I'm gonna assume that the chief is a virgin in the main game series. I know it's something stupid, but it's implied that the guy was taken when he was a kid, augmented, and then went into service. So there's no time for love making there. Let's see here. I like the fact that when he touched the artifact for the first time, that he was transported back with his memories to his father and other relatives, I'm sure, to indicate that the human interact with his artifact, and then there's super duper interaction with it that only a certain few can access, like the Spartans, for example, or John in particular. That might be a hint of what they were getting at for Halo 4 with the I know that the librarian called it unlocking the gene song, with the artifacts and whatnot. And let's see here, to show that the Spot 117 is actually really a special individual. I mean, who would guess that the main character of this show is a super duper special person with infinite potential and all that? Sounds kind of like, I don't know what the equivalent is for Mary Sue for men, but he's Mary Sue. Let's see, yeah, and then it contradicts the fact that Cortana, in the games at least, was able to pick which soldier she got paired with. But in this show, it said that Halsey is gonna determine that Cortana goes with the chief. So I don't know if that's a contradiction or a weird thing with the show, a difference in the show, but it's kind of inconsistent. Yeah, let's see here now. Yeah, you don't have too much combat in this one. If anything, they just tell in the beginning of the episode, in which the chief comes with the artifact, and at the end of the show, he returned it back to UNSC, and then he gets arrested and put into prison for it. And then it's talked to by Halsey. Let's see, well, there, yeah, as for it. Oh yeah, oh wait, I love the CGI effects with the Pelican dropship going to outer space. People always forget that those things can go into space. Besides being bigger aircraft, they can go into space and they are hardened for entry into the atmosphere, and they do have shielding for radiation. So that's also important, Let's see here, it'd be nice if they put some space combat in there somewhere. Get a Halo 4, no, Halo Reach, I'm sorry, Halo Reach. Let's see what else there, I miss my grunts and my hunters. Yeah, those are two of my favorite species in the game. Not because they're easy to kill, because of the fact that they got they're so iconic and so meaty. And the big boys. Let's see. They will have a yap, or however you pronounce the name. Let's see here. I like that guy that's supposed to be like at Lord Hood in the games, the 5-star general. Like to talk with Halsey about this button for him. And I like the commander on the council talking about the Spartan 2 program, and that the Halsey gets like millions of dollars in program funding, but you only kind of treat on the Spartans. Like that was a big thing. And then later on to get the steel technology and then to reverse engineer it to make into the Miona armor. Yeah. And this episode is pretty much harmless. It shows that because Halsey is unbound by regulations or by morality in her quest to get the ultimate war machine against the UN, the Covenant, and the insurrection stuff first. Then the Covenant, it shows that the Covenant are unbound in the hatred for humanity and the ultimate destruction, except for that one girl. Another thing that kind of reminds me of that from Star Wars. My aliens with the same type of robe and bull's head. I forgot what the name of it was, but we kind of that a little bit. But I do hate the fact that we see John's face more often than not in this episode and show in general, because the Master Chief should only reveal his face for special occasions, like when he saves, or at the end of the game as far as Triumph goes. He didn't even take off his helmet in the game when he was receiving an award. So what that tells you that his face should not be revealed in the game in any circumstance. Hell, I don't even think that I don't even buttons take up the gear for, like, say, a shower or something, because I think that would ruin its image and stuff like that. So I think that he's been smelling up his armor for at least a week. Not good. And let's see what else was there. Yeah, that's about it for Unbound. So I thank you for watching my video on the second episode of the first season of Halo, the TV show. The name of the episode is Unbound. And I did this video for my month of love because I love the show. And so far, I like the games a lot. And just in general, I like Xbox stuff too. So I did this for my month of love in February in 2026. And I would like to give this episode my happy face of approval because it was a little boring because there was no combat involved. But the power dropship, the artifact, and its relation decline, and the Halsey's attempt to make a logical of herself, just kill it. It gives a plus for me. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more of my videos and such, you can always like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also contact me for future information on videos by calling me or texting me at 631-707-3707. And you can always follow me on Twitter if you prefer at PNelsonPro. My email is jjtheviewingchannel@gmail.com. So, I salute all people who like this show and the game came before it, and the books, and the graphic novel, and any other media to go with it. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video, all you girls and guys in internet land. Sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, ciao ciao.